Arcos, and I'm going to discuss one of the largest career fields within the Air Force, which is security forces. We're going to go over security forces culture, healthy and unhealthy elements of their culture, the impact it has on its members, the importance of maintaining a healthy organizational culture, and my role in shaping, strengthening, and maintaining a healthy culture. When you hear of security forces, you could automatically think authority, law enforcement, and security, which is true. Those are some elements of security forces culture, but far more from that, security forces, or commonly referred as to defenders, are formally known as defenders of the force, easily identifiable by the beret in their shield or the SF patch that is worn on the defender's left arm, which is considered a symbol of legal authority and force protection on Air Force installations. Security Forces uniform symbolizes authority, trust, and responsibility. With so much authority, trust, and responsibility entrusted in them, Security Forces has a unique culture that is based on the concept of being first in and fit to fight, always ready and vigilant, which promotes discipline, camaraderie, and dedicated work ethic. Let's take a closer look. Discipline. Defenders are continuously training and being evaluated. Through shoot, move, and communicate, defenders demonstrate their ability to eliminate all threats. Defenders are also faced with different types of inspections and evaluations to test their physical and mental readiness. The purpose of both are to ensure every defender can demonstrate to protect every airman, every base, and every resource. Camaraderie. Security Forces culture is in a sense of brotherhood. You work and see the same people every day. This bond is highly valued and protected. A defender does not know what's ahead, so they must rely on one another. Dedicated work ethic. Security Forces has a culture where complacency is not an option. Due to critical positions they hold, defenders are put in a position where there is no room for error. Wherever defender must adhere to excellence in all we do. And where defenders must be knowledgeable on how to de-escalate every situation. As a defender, no day is ever the same, and work ethic is crucial. As you may see, Security Forces has a unique culture which promotes discipline, camaraderie, and dedicated work ethic. Moving on to healthy aspects of Security Forces culture. One of Security Forces' healthy aspects is the culture foundations, which is trust. It is gained through the fundamentals of competence, caring, and communication. At every post or position where a defender is posted, special instructions are provided. In addition, every defender is expected to recite flawlessly their post briefing detailing their duties and responsibilities and a brief description of their gear and weapons. You will find that a defender is posted or works at different locations and is placed in different positions daily. A fair post rotation is ensured to help develop and promote growth. This environment also allows the opportunity for defenders' leaders to show the airmen that they care about their growth and will work with them whenever they are ready for greater responsibilities and challenges. As a leader, managing different posts gives us the opportunity to focus on both the defender and the mission. But just like any other organization, Security Forces also has an unhealthy aspect to its culture, such as operating in a stressful environment where it takes a toll on commitment. Defenders' stress derives from many sources, such as being a demanding career field, hazardous conditions, and long workdays. Both the healthy and unhealthy aspects of the career field impact every defender. By creating an environment where defenders are given the opportunity to hold challenging positions proves to them the amount of trust we entrust in them. Defenders are also given the opportunity where every defender can grow and improve. At any position, a clear instruction of duties and responsibility is laid out, giving every defender the confidence needed and knowledge on how to perform their duties. As I mentioned earlier, the consequences of operating in a stressful environment takes a toll on the defender's level of commitment. Therefore, it is important to maintain a healthy organizational culture because it is one of my responsibilities as a leader. As a leader, I am also responsible to create and maintain characteristics that reward and encourage collective effort. I play a major role on establishing, shaping, strengthening, and maintaining a healthy security forces culture. My devotion to airmanship impacts security forces culture. To establish a healthy culture, I must ensure buy-in at all levels, those above me, and from the defenders I supervise to the defenders I encounter daily. To ensure buy-in at all levels, I use transparency and communication between all levels to establish trust-based relationships. I ensure to improve the level of trust within the workplace, but by not overpromising and staying true. By shaping security forces culture, I need to facilitate teaching and be competent in supervising my defenders and be competent in performing my duties. In strengthening the culture, I play a role by identifying how to use the awareness of unconscious bias in order to make more thoughtful decisions and predict the impacts of unconscious bias. And by focusing on attitudes and behaviors in my defenders and how it could change the level of commitment. And lastly, in order to maintain the culture with a new generation where defenders are not necessarily questioning authority, but rather living in a new era where they have the need to feel connected and remain connected, I must ensure I connect them to the mission by establishing the why more frequently. In conclusion, security forces culture's elements are authority, trust, and responsibility. Their unique culture is based on the concept of being first in and fit to fight, always ready and vigilant, which promotes discipline, camaraderie, and dedicated work ethic. Security forces culture foundation is trust, which is gained through the fundamentals of competency, caring, and communication. Security forces unhealthy aspects to its culture is always operating in a stressful environment where it takes a toll on commitment. As a leader, my responsibility is to ensure a healthy culture and help create and maintain the organizational characteristics that reward and encourage collective effort. Through ensuring buy-in at all levels, establishing trust-based relationships, facilitating teaching and competence and supervising, identifying awareness of unconscious bias, and predict the impacts of unconscious bias, focusing on attitudes, behaviors, levels of commitment, and connecting defenders to the mission by establishing the why more frequently, I can promote a security forces culture of honoring the past, protecting the present, and serving the future.